This Saints postgame report is brought to you by Cincinnati Sub-Zero, Reconstructive Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, O'Brien's Bar and Grill, Hoist Rapid Rehydration, Ryan House Bar, and by Admiral, worn by legends since 1914.
Welcome to the post-game report on the Cincinnati Saints official YouTube channel. I'm Keith Kokenda with Saints coach Chris Morman. After the Saints hold off the Harrisburg Heat for a wild 9-8 victory, got to be gratifying not only to get your first win in your first game as coach, but against your old club.
Oh yeah, I thought the guys came out and played really well. We stayed organized, a couple letdowns here or there, but indoor soccer is about a game of runs, and luckily we were able to prevent them from getting too big of a run on us and hold out for the win.
Yeah, things were pretty smooth until midway through the third quarter. They got the one goal early, and all of a sudden they had the two goals in less than a minute. You called the timeout 6-4. What were you telling them at that point?
Basically they made some changes at halftime, and we just didn't adjust very well. So I basically told the guys, relax, we adjust right now on how they're playing us, and we turned the game around and stopped their run right there, and guys did it. They turned it around, and we got a couple goals, went back up, and finished out the game.
Well, you talk about those goals to get increase the lead. I think to me the big one was the power play goal by Dan Grice, because that really swung the momentum back in your favor at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime you can get goals on special team situations like that, set pieces, power plays, anything like that, you kind of kill the momentum and everything else. So us getting that big one right there definitely helped us get the momentum back on our side and move forward.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes though, those kind of situations don't come up too often. An extra attacker in a 3-on-3 setup. How do you approach something like that? It's really probably something you really don't work on in training very much.
Nah, it's one of those rare occasions that you can't prepare for, because it's something that rarely happens. It's just you got to put the right guys out there and just try to tell them to stay organized and make sure they protect our goal.
Cincinnati Saints postgame wrap-up show will continue with both Damion Blackburn and Sam Fiore. Back on the Cincinnati Saints official YouTube channel, I'm Keith Kokenda. Sam Fiore joining us. Sam, a really wild game tonight. You had to hold off a couple big rallies, and that's something we've seen a lot of go on this year for the Saints. What was the difference tonight? You able to hold off and keep the lead, and eventually get the win tonight?
I'd say composure. I mean, Coach kept talking about keeping our composure and finding that rhythm. So we had our rhythm for that 6-goal spurt, and then kind of let it slip a little bit. It's the nature of soccer. So kind of worked our way back in there just with possessing the ball a little bit better, kind of working back on defense. But outside of that, I think it's just a good thing we got that big W.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They especially early in the game, and especially early in the third quarter when they were trying to battle back, it looked like they were trying to put a little more pressure on you guys in the back. I know they moved you back into. It looked like they moved you back into the back line a little more. Get that, as you talked about, that composure. Were they making? Was that one of the adjustments they made in that second half?
Actually, what happened was we just felt like we weren't working hard enough defensively. We were a little soft, and they were able to break us down a little easy. So Coach basically was telling us to adjust by kind of releasing that pressure, find the long ball a little bit. And, it's hard because we were kind of had some heavy legs there for a second in the third quarter. But outside of that, we took it to them, got that W, so we were happy with it.
Yeah, had to hold off a furious rally, especially in the last 5 minutes. Sam Fiore, he had an assist on one of the goals tonight. Back with Damion Blackburn at 3 goals and an assist after this on the Cincinnati Saints official YouTube channel. Back on the Cincinnati Saints YouTube channel, post-game wrap-up as the Heat hold off the Cincinnati Saints hold off the Harrisburg Heat 9-8. Damion Blackburn, the scoring leader, 3 goals and an assist. The first goal was a real piece of work. You got fouled. The referee gave the advantage, correctly so, and you got a great scoring opportunity. You finished it.
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Gary Henderson gave me a good little through ball. I was able to go a little high over the keeper's near post and over his shoulder, and just struck it well, and that's kind of where you want to look to go in that situation. So,
well, to me, the important one was your last goal. That was after you got in the power play, and then about a minute and a half later, you get that one, because that kind of really broke up the momentum the Heat had after scoring 4 straight goals to end this third and go into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think we went into half, 6-1.
Yeah.
We made it pretty interesting in the third, 6-4 going into the fourth, if I'm not mistaken.
Had something to do with that, too.
Yeah, but, that was a big one. We had just put one in the back of the net a couple minutes earlier, and then we got that quick one, so a bit of a swing, and it's just like Chris Morman said, our new coach. Everything that we do in the indoor game is about momentum. They're going to have their time where they're playing well, and we're going to have our time, and it's just about balancing and hoping our time's a little bit better than theirs.
All right, last week against Detroit, counterattacking was a bit of a problem for Detroit as far as defending is concerned. But tonight, it said when Harrisburg tried to counterattack defensively, we were there.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a new philosophy with the new coach. Not high pressing all over the field and kind of getting numbers in behind. He gave us the green light to go and put the press on if it was a situation where we thought we could win it, and I'm sure you could see those situations during the match. But if we were uncertain, it was immediately drop back, get 5 men behind the ball, and make Harrisburg try to beat us, which I don't think they're good enough to do.
Well, they tried their darndest, twice getting back within a goal, but the Saints eventually came up with the win. Damion Blackburn here again, 3 goals and an assist as the Saints go to 4-6 on the season with a win over the Harrisburg Heat by a score of 9-8. On behalf of the entire Saints staff, I'm Keith Kokinda. This is the Cincinnati Saints official YouTube channel.